Right, we're going to be removing this today. I was going to do a test beforehand, but the rain is not letting up. I also may realise this is more about me just preparing for the trip that's coming up than anything else. So the biggest problem I've noticed with this bike, one of the biggest talking points, is that everyone talks about the screen, how big, how small, how much turbulence, clean, dirty air. You need a big one, a small one, a wide one, a thin one. There's just so many variables. And then you got your height, your riding style, your riding position, speeds, all these different variables for me make it way too unpredictable. And a lot of randomness that you have to work through to get the right screen for you. So my solution is to embrace the bike as I believe, you know, it's a naked Roadster, right? So I'm going to embrace the nakedness. I think by taking the screen off, it's going to give me the most predictable air. I'm not saying it will be for everyone or perfect, but I think it will give me the most predictable air. So we're going to give that a go. It's worth noting, guys, I used to have a BMW R nineT, right? And although they are very different bikes, obviously, they share some similarities. Boxer engines, shaft drive, naked, or semi-naked. And I really liked the way the air kind of flowed over me on the R90. I was quite comfortable with that. So I'm hoping to get a similar result to that. But yeah, that's the plan. Right, so I'm going to crack on. The only tools I think I need, a little tiny wrench, just the end of this screwdriver in case I get some tough purchase problems. That being said, a screwdriver handle that allows you to put a TX25 in it. Whatever, that's the best technical you're going to get. The part we will be putting on a blanking plate. Yeah, so that all come off, including this bracket. This should sit there, clean up the front. In my opinion, hopefully make it more aggressive looking. Not too aggressive, just enough. I'm not 20 anymore, but you know, I want to make it look good. So, sometime towards the end of the month, I'm going to be going on the longest journey I've ever done on a bike. I'm going to be driving down to the Le Shuttle, meeting a friend, catching the Le Shuttle. Well, we're going to meet before the Le Shuttle. We're going to meet somewhere on the motorway somewhere, probably just at some kind of services. We're likely then we'll go to Le Shuttle. Then we go, obviously that goes to Calais. And from Calais, we're going to drive down to Lille to a motorbike shop to have a look. I'm thinking about buying a helmet while I'm down there. I'm thinking about buying a Shoei, GTA 3 maybe, something like that. Let me adjust. And then we're going to go to another bike shop around the area. I can't remember the name of the shops, to be honest. But I'm going to do a video, a bit more of an in-depth video on that, the trip, next week. So we'll talk about the shops and where we're going, and I'll embarrassingly say their names or pronounce them. But yeah, that was nice and easy, wasn't it? Screen off. Job done. Put that can go in the box of bits with all the stuff I've replaced or removed. So yeah, so basically we're doing this long trip. Longest, I'm going to be riding for about 8 hours. I've never done anything like that. this, from what I can tell from my riding, was throwing it in my face. So maybe by taking this down, it might lower it, keep the air, because this is only going to cause a little bit, but just clean up the air and hopefully it'll just kind of wrap around me a bit neater, a bit tidier, a bit less stressful. Right, let's get these last bits out. There we are. Go. Yeah, so when I had the R9T, oh, that's fucking tight, that. When I had the R9T, guys, I didn't really remember obviously I felt the wind, right? Obviously I felt the wind, but I don't remember it being so loud in my helmet or feeling fuck my ears. In fact, I think it felt really quiet. Maybe that's just because I was really still very new and, you know, didn't really know what was going on. But it definitely felt different. So I'm hoping to get a similar feel here. And what I'll do is, once the weather's dried up or whatever, it's not because I'm a fair weather rider, I just don't want to take my camera out in the rain. More than anything. Right, what's left there? What have I left on? Nothing. Let's pull off. That's that off. Once the weather's lightened up, I'll get you out there and I'll let you know what I think to it and how it feels. I would have liked to have done a before and after direct, I guess. That would have been fun, wouldn't it? But sometimes things aren't to be, you know. There we are. Look at that. Woohoo! That is beautiful, isn't it? That is fucking gorgeous, isn't it? Right, that's on. Oh, I put it looked like the best. 2 bolts. And put them in. Oof! Don't be all weird screwing, you bastard. That's that. So that one is a bit tighter, right? So we're going to use a little ratchet to try and encourage that. Feels a bit tighter than it probably should. Set that all the way out. And go back in one more time. But yeah, so big trip, couple of weeks, wanted some predictability. All the posts and vids I watched, no one could come up with an actual solution. It was all, it depends, it's this, it's that. Okay, looks like we don't have to ratchet in. It depends, and I ain't got time for uncertainty, guys. I also, given the trip's so quick, or close, I don't have time to spend weeks figuring it out. If that makes sense. Right, we're in. I think we're in. No, we're not. What the fuck? I'll do, right. Awesome. So, what do you think, guys? You're a bit closer. That's cleaned it right up. Looks, in my opinion, much better. Now the next thing to do, when we try to get you out there on the cam, see what you look like, see what you think. Before we sign off, let's get your side profile. Look at that, cleaned right up. So the reason I did it, if it wasn't clear, predictability. Everybody, all the vids, all the posts, say it depends on your height, your this, your that, the size of the screen, the size of you, the way you ride. It takes some ages to find the perfect screen. I say let's just embrace the bike for what it is, and that's a naked Roadster. Let's ride it naked. Let's make the wind clean and predictable. I'll drop the next video next week, which will be about preparation for the trip to France. My biggest trip yet.